Welcome to Sugosha Media News. Today is 19th of June and here are the top defense, aerospace and strategic technology developments making headlines from India and around the world. India's defense sector recorded major developments as KNDS and SMPP partnered to develop next-generation loitering munitions in India, while Solar Defense delivered the first indigenous BrahMos warhead and Sahana Defense secured a long-term contract to establish an electronic warfare equipment manufacturing facility in Uttar Pradesh. India and Russia also advanced plans for smaller hypersonic BrahMos missile variants to strengthen future strike capabilities. In aerospace and maritime sectors, Red Balloon and Bazooka partnered for stratospheric aerospace testing, while the Indian Coast Guard inducted an indigenous air cushion vehicle to enhance coastal operations. Globally, Portugal expanded its ICEYE satellite fleet. Sweden procured the Sonobot 5 unmanned survey vessel. Schiebel unveiled the armed CAMCOPTER S-301 VTOL drone, and Milrem Robotics partnered with Frankenberg Technologies on a mobile counter-drone missile system. Shield AI announced plans for autonomous fighter jet production in Poland, and Indra and Rheinmetall advanced next-generation active protection technologies through radar integration into the Strike Shield system. The news in detail. SMPP has signed a teaming agreement with European defense major KNDS to manufacture advanced loitering munitions in India. The agreement will see SMPP, through its subsidiary SMPP Ammunition, manufacture the systems in India. The partnership will initially focus on offering the loitering munitions to the Army, which has an urgent requirement for such systems amid the military's push to induct advanced battlefield capabilities. The collaboration covers KNDS's Veloce and Rodeo loitering munition systems, along with its ISTAR family of drones, providing what the companies described as an integrated search and destroy capability for modern warfare. Vijayawada-based near-space startup Red Balloon Aerospace and Yerevan-based Bazooka Space Research Laboratory have signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly execute stratospheric technology demonstration and research campaigns. The collaboration follows the successful launch of Mission Sana on 27th of May. In that mission, Red Balloon Aerospace deployed its indigenous super pressure balloon platform called Vista from the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Vijayawada. The balloon ascended to an altitude of about 25 kilometers, carrying commercial payloads from 7 national and international partners. The flight placed India alongside the United States, France, Japan, and China as one of the only 5 nations globally to possess stratospheric hydrogen balloon capabilities. The Vista platform maintains a stable altitude for extended periods because it resists gas loss caused by day-night temperature cycles. It serves as a persistent, cost-effective alternative to aircraft and conventional satellites for telecommunications, disaster monitoring, Earth observation, and surveillance. The first of the 6 indigenous air cushion vehicles being constructed by Chogule and Company for the Indian Coast Guard was inducted into service in Goa on 18th of June. The hovercraft aims to enhance ICG's operational effectiveness across a broad spectrum of maritime duties and reinforce its ability to respond to emerging challenges. India has achieved a significant milestone in its defense indigenization drive with the delivery of the first indigenous BrahMos missile warhead from Nagpur. The warhead has been produced by Solar Defense and Aerospace under a technology transfer with the DRDO. Ahmedabad-based Sahana Defense has secured a long-term contract with Central Electronics Limited to set up and operate an electronic warfare equipment manufacturing facility at Sahibabad in Uttar Pradesh. The partnership is aimed at boosting India's indigenous EW production capabilities, and strengthening CEL's entry into defense electronics. The new facility will focus on building advanced EW systems like electronic support measures, countermeasures, and resilience technologies, positioning Sahana Defense as a key emerging player in India's defense manufacturing ecosystem. India and Russia are jointly advancing the development of smaller hypersonic variants of the BrahMos missile system, a move that promises to significantly enhance the Indian Armed Forces multi-domain strike capabilities. Shield AI has offered Poland an industrial role in its XBAT autonomous uncrewed combat aircraft program and proposed the establishment of a regional F-16 engine sustainment hub in the country. This dual-track proposal aims to integrate Polish aerospace manufacturers into the early production cycle of runway-independent, next-generation combat assets before serial manufacturing begins. Simultaneously, the initiative seeks to establish a centralized European maintenance facility for the General Electric F110 engine family to support distributed NATO air operations on the eastern flank. The XBAT is an autonomous tail-sitter vertical takeoff and landing aircraft powered by a single F110GE129 engine with a thrust vectoring nozzle offering a maximum range exceeding 2,000 nautical miles and an operational ceiling above 50,000 feet. Developed around Shield AI's HiveMind software stack to ensure mission execution in GNSS-denied environments, the platform is tracking a compressed schedule that aims for prototype demonstrations in 2028 and initial production planning by 2029. Schiebel and Thales unveiled an armed configuration of the CAMCOPTER S-301 at Eurosat 326, integrating loitering munitions and guided rockets to transform a VTOL drone into a full sensor-to-shooter system, as revealed during the June 15th to 19th exhibition. This shift matters because it demonstrates how a single deployable unmanned platform can compress the kill chain, detecting, tracking, and striking targets while maintaining the flexibility and survivability required for high-intensity and distributed operations. Equipped with Tautatis loitering munition alongside 70 laser-guided and 68 guided rockets, the S-301 delivers layered precision effects tailored for both time-sensitive strikes and standoff engagements. Combined with onboard radar, electronic warfare payloads, and long endurance, the system positions itself as a networked combat node, reflecting a broader move towards multi-role unmanned platforms that integrate surveillance, connectivity, and firepower into one persistent battlefield asset. Sweden has awarded Buvy Scandinavia a contract to supply an Evo-Logics Sonoboat 5 uncrewed surface vehicle for military waterway survey operations. Valued around $4.5 million, the deal covers the delivery of a Sonoboat 5 system in 2026, along with support services and training. It also includes an option for additional systems. Sonoboat 5 will be used to survey waterways, including river streams and shallow water areas, ahead of the deployment of pontoon or floating bridge systems. By assessing water depth, terrain, and underwater obstacles, it enables safer and more efficient bridge construction operations. It will undergo testing and evaluation in both coastal and inland environments before induction. Estonian companies Milrem Robotics and Frankenberg Technologies have signed a memorandum of understanding to develop an unmanned mobile counter-drone missile capability. The partnership will integrate Frankenberg's Mark I guided interceptor onto Milrem's ground-based autonomous platforms, creating a short-range weapon system for neutralizing low-cost unmanned aerial systems. Mark I is designed for mass production using commercial components and is expected to reduce intercepts cost by more than 10 times compared to conventional air defense solutions. Portugal has ordered 2 additional synthetic aperture radar satellites from Finnish satellite operator and manufacturer ICEYE. The procurement was signed by CTI Aerospace, a joint venture between the Portugal Air Force and Portuguese Engineering Centre. The capability is intended to support surveillance of the Atlantic maritime domain and Portugal's exclusive economic zone, as well as environmental monitoring and disaster response missions. Indra Group has signed an agreement with Rheinmetall to integrate its Nemes ESA radar into the modular architecture of the Strike Shield active protection system. The agreement is intended to strengthen protection for next-generation armored vehicles against new threats. Nemes is designed to detect and track different types of targets using the same hardware. According to Indra, the radar can detect extremely slow targets, such as drones flying at 10 meters per second, while also tracking high-velocity threats exceeding 2,000 meters per second. The high-speed targets include kinetic energy projectiles. This capability allows one system to support a broad range of missions. A quick wrap of today's news. India's defense sector was led by the KNDS-SMPP partnership to develop next-generation loitering munitions, Solar Defense's delivery of the first indigenous BrahMos warhead, Sahana Defense's contract to establish an electronic warfare manufacturing facility in Uttar Pradesh. India and Russia also advanced plans for smaller hypersonic BrahMos variants. Red Balloon and Bazoom partnered for stratospheric aerospace testing, and the Indian Coast Guard inducted an indigenous air cushion vehicle to strengthen maritime operations. Globally, Portugal expanded its ICEYE satellite constellation. Sweden procured the Sonobot 5 unmanned survey vessel. Schiebel unveiled the armed CAMCOPTER S-301 VTOL drone equipped with loitering munitions and guided rockets. And Milrem Robotics partnered with Frankenberg Technologies on a mobile counter-drone missile system. Shield AI announced plans for autonomous X-Pact fighter jet production and F-16 engine support in Poland, and Indra and Rheinmetall integrated the Nemes ESA radar into the Strike Shield active protection system, highlighting continued advances in autonomous warfare, space-based intelligence, missile technology, and battlefield protection systems. At Sugosha Media, we simplify complexity. From decoding defense policies to enabling market entry and structuring offsets, we help organizations move from strategy to execution in India's aerospace and defense ecosystem. Follow Sugosha Advisory on LinkedIn to stay updated and be part of the conversation shaping the future. Our focus is clear, turning regulatory understanding into business outcomes. We look forward to partnering in shaping the next phase of growth in this sector. Thank you.